Hey, welcome to Love is Patient for 44. I hope that you're doing well. I'm just going to do a reading here and see what messages God has for you this morning. Well, that's actually quite nice. This, by the way, I'm using the rune deck. Hold on. Runes for Modern Life. Okay. Let me take a look at this. This is Dagaz. So what is the meaning of Dagaz? Let's look it up quickly. Like when I look at this, there is abundance, there is self-care, there is self-improvement, meditation, focus, stillness of mind, right? Being with oneself. There is an appreciation for silence, which is gorgeous because we need that. I don't know about you. I don't know where you are, but my kids have recently gone back to school. And part of me likes it, and part of me doesn't. But this here, because these are cactus, and cactus sprout and grow best in tough conditions. And so I feel that there's an awakening from a situation that's occurred. And in a way, these cactuses are your badge of honor, and they represent how your self-love is growing. There's also a vulnerability here. Normally when you exercise, you don't do it in a snowsuit. You do it where you're most comfortable. You could see back here that the sun is rising, which is nice. The sun is, I believe, card number 19 in the tarot. And it really talks about things going your way, positivity, illuminating things that were once in the dark that you weren't necessarily aware of. You could see it. It's just a refreshing, a brightening of what's going on. This is about, she's exercising here. She's improving herself. There's hope. I think the message here today, Divine Feminine, is for you to have hope in whatever your situation is. Be hopeful, be mindful, be present, be aware. Be open and willing. This success here, and you notice though, the success is, to me, the success is not material, right? It's not about the car, it's not about the house, it's not about clothes. It's an internal success, an internal wealth, an internal hope that is changing the environment around her. This is about refreshing what was previously there, seeing situations with new eyes, looking upwards with optimism. There are very few clouds in this picture. There's a gaining of clarity that's happening here that perhaps was not there before. I also feel that in this picture, there's an authenticity. There's transparency here. Also, you're grounded. She's on the ground. I don't know, but lately I've been, for you, I don't know for you, but lately I've been going outside when my son would have soccer. I take my shoes off and I just feel the earth. It's beautiful to actually be out there, just sitting, just being still, just observing. Soccer takes about an hour and a half by the time they do practice in the game. And when I leave there, I feel so rejuvenated that I've actually taken some time out. The weather is starting to shift, right? We're like at the end of summer. But you should take some time to get out into nature. Take some time for solitude. You don't have to write it down, but make note of the things that are interesting to you, right? The things that are interesting to you. Make note of the things that you're thankful for. When I see these leaves remind me of the fall, these darker leaves, because there's also a transition that's happening. There's a preparation of what's next. So you need to prepare for what's next. So why don't we find out what that might be? And I'm still fooling around with my setup, right? Like, I know you can see the legs of my tripod, but you're not here for that. You're here for a message. So I'm sure you'll offer grace. The more I do this, the more I'll find ways to improve. You know what? Part of me said improve the production, but I really don't want to take away from just giving you the message. We'll just see how the channel evolves. Whatever way I'm... What's your message? You know what? I didn't pray when I started. I mean, I prayed off camera, but I didn't pray with you. So Heavenly Father, as I'm here doing this reading for the collective divine feminine, I pray for the godly feminine. I pray that you use me as a right and righteous conduit. Okay, two more. Urus. To me, that signifies strength. Doesn't that to you? Right? So I almost feel like there's going to be a test. So as you're off becoming clear with yourself, as you're off gaining insight, as you're off in your solitude, as you are, I don't know, perhaps even thinking, planning, learning to be more accepting of what comes your way, right? Your muscles are being tested, right? Your muscles are being tested. This also in a way signifies to me that on some level you're going to be on display. This is a person who is seen, wants to be seen, likes being seen, right? You've been through some things that allow you to show up more mentally fit, physically fit, spiritually fit. I feel like you're working on your finances, getting things in order, clearing up old bills, creating a budget. This card speaks to me about consistency, speaks to me about development and growth. We talked over here about there being a transition, right? The awakening. That awakening process has strengthened you. It's taught you what you're capable of. This person has weights in her hand. These weights are the trials and tribulations. These weights are the accomplishments and achievements. These weights are the realization and the actualization of self. These weights to me are coming to grips with reality and what your situation is. This picture is speaking to me of, in a way, being a magician, utilizing what you have, right? Utilizing what you have here. This is the Strength card. If we juxtapose the two of these, this awakening is gentle and easy and elongating and peaceful and serene. And that eventually morphs into a strength. I feel like these cards, the things that you've been through have allowed you to get to a place where you can be at ease with yourself, peaceful, at one, meditate, see things from a different perspective. And yet at the same time, this awakening has emboldened you to get in touch with and to listen to your intuition, right? You're now connected, you're turned on, you have a heightened sense of awareness of who you are. You're more aligned and more aware with who you are. You're more willing to show your creativity. You're more comfortable in your skin. You continue to remain vulnerable, exposed, and people are noticing the change in you. You might not notice it first, like you might feel it, like as a divine feminine, you should be feeling it. But even as we're progressing through this, sometimes we still don't see the changes and the accomplishments we've made. I mean, look at the change in the body, right? Look at the change in the tools. Look at the change in the atmosphere. This change here definitely is eternal because it's an awakening. But even if you see a change in the body and the development and the physique of it, it's because it's been put under stress. Right? At first, when a baby bird is born, it can't fly. But it is the stress over time that helps to strengthen the muscles and the bones and dries out the feathers so that they can do what they're supposed to. And what is that, Gable? That looks like celebration. Oh my gosh. So you're awakening, you're discovering your strength, and now there's celebration. Celebration, joy, happiness, because you can see there's two hands here. Right? There's two hands. This one hand or a pair of hands are giving this hand a gift. This, in some level, is reminiscent to me of the Six of Pentacles, which is a card that talks about a shift, right? About generosity or being stingy, depending on how you want to see it. But there's a generosity here. There's a oh my gosh. There's a transfer of wealth that's happening. There's a transfer of knowledge that's occurring. Maybe you can encourage another divine feminine who's on this journey. And it doesn't have to be divine feminine. I'm not limiting you in any way. But you have a wealth of knowledge that has come from your awakening in the situations you've been through, that you now have a gift, you have something to give, not just to yourself, which is self-confidence, which is feeling like a champion inside. Maybe you're developing your intuition, because to me, this radio, it speaks, right? It gives music. There's information. You just need to be open, aware, and willing to hear it so that you can apply it. This gift also says to me that there's discovery. So as, you know, there's another gift to come. Let me put it that way. I think that's how I need to say it. There's more giftings, more presence that are being unveiled to you, more celebration to come as you learn more and more about yourself. More generosity. See these fireworks? You know, when I look at them, because there's blue here, you're able to speak. There's a red and orange. When I look at this, I think chakra, right? I think of the chakra system. And I just think of how this gift is wrapped. It's wrapped in green and gold. It's wrapped in you providing yourself with more self-love. So green is supposed to be representation of the heart. It's funny how we always would pick red in Western society, but green is a representation of love of the heart, right? And this goldish color is about your wisdom and your creativity and your passion and your relationships. And so maybe there's a business relationship that's coming into fruition for you that's going to be very lucrative. You'll definitely need to put the hard work into it for it to, you know, but it's work you enjoy. You enjoy this work. You enjoy what you're doing here. What time is that? That looks like that could be, like 11:14. That's amazing. I say that because that's my birthday. That's hilarious. But it looks like that could be the time. So maybe the numbers 11 or 14 mean something to you. Maybe you have kids who are 11 or 14. Maybe you've known your person for 11, be it days, months, weeks, years, or 14. 14 years or any variation thereof. Is there anything else? You're going to have the option to walk through some doors. Walking through those doors is going to be another test for you, and it's going to continue to further accelerate your awakening that you've already experienced or are experiencing or are on the precipice of experiencing. I feel this gift giving is about harmony, right? We don't often give gifts to our enemies. We just, you know, we don't do that, right? But I feel like this is about not even necessarily giving to somebody else, but this here feels like it's a journey of self-discovery and evolution. These fireworks remind me of the Fool card in the sense that you're about to step into something, stepping into the unknown. The Three of Cups are celebration here. In a way, there's a bit of hermit energy because you're diving into yourself. You're going deep. You're developing who you are. You're crafting your environment. And as a matter of fact, when I talked about the clouds earlier, gaining clarity, look at your environment here. It's not as busy as this one. You've also done some peeling back, be it of people, situations. Perhaps you're tidying your house. Maybe you're renovating. And this house isn't even necessarily, what I'm communicating to you is it's not necessarily material. Because these two cards, someone is working on their physical fitness, on their internal inner workings. So you are cleaning house. You are strengthening the foundations. You're removing what doesn't work for you. And in so doing, you are cleaning up the windows to your soul. that allow you to make clearer and better decisions for yourself. Let's see. What can we do to... Let's do an overall energy. So this is the rose's kiss. I don't even know where's the book so I can read this to you. When I see this, it reminds me of, who was it, Seal? I've been, like, what is it? Kissed by the Rose on a Grave? Whatever that song is. Where's this? Whoops. Oh, wow, look. The card is number 9. And I talked about that hermit energy. That being alone. So let's see here, number 9. The rose's kiss, the key concept is joy, experiencing pleasure, deep satisfaction and enjoyment desires, acknowledged, and a 5 sensory reality. The book says to take a deep breath and center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and to connect with your innate desire to experience all life has to offer? Pleasure is part of life. Let yourself surrender to it today. Our modern times often present a false ideal of how we are meant to experience the world. Connections are lost and distorted by our overindulgence on technology. Just look around and see how few people actually maintain eye contact or engage in conversation. Instead of tapping away the screen, pause and consider how you can make more intimate contact. So this intimate contact is not just with others, but it's also with yourself. A constant unveiling of yourself to yourself. You are your present. Connecting with nature and enjoy. I just talked about that. And okay. Connecting with nature. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm just like, whoa. So connecting with nature, enjoying the sensual pleasures of sex, and are being aware of the sensation of taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound may be important right now. How do your sheets feel? Can you reach out and feel the heat and softness of your companion animal nestled beside you? Be present to another person. See them and let yourself be seen. We talked about transparency, right? And we also talked about kind of being covered here into a less cluttered space, and how this person is now willing, able, and ready to be on display and wants to be seen. Your 5 senses are aching to be engaged right now. This is an invitation to get you out of your head and into your body. You may be a spiritual and intelligent being, but right now, the emphasis should be on having a sensory experience. And that kind of, for me, is these fireworks here, because fireworks are exciting. They're loud, they're bright, they're attention grabbing. You can smell them burning in the air. You can see them with your eyes. You can feel the sensation of them. You can hear them. This is about coming alive. This is a sacred part of this gift of life. By being present to the sensual world, you invite an even deeper spiritual experience. Amazing, isn't it? Perhaps it really is time to stop and kiss the roses. Yeah, as I said, that song Seal, Kissed by a Rose on a Grave, that's what came out to me when I saw this. So, check it out, see if the lyrics align for you, if there's a message in there, a sign for you, a confirmation. Thank you so much Thank you so much for joining me for this fast reading. I'm going to be doing a mix of them. Some will be long, some will be short, just enough for you to get the message and encourage you as you step into your day. Awakening, strength, celebration, or joy. and a reminder for you to take time, to take solitude. I talked about that. And enjoy the roses. Enjoy those moments that we might otherwise overlook. Be present. As I said, you are the present. You're right now, and you're also the continuing gift to yourself, because you're going to continue to awaken and strengthen, awaken and strengthen. And as you're on this journey, it's a reminder to celebrate and to have joy and to be generous in spirit with the right people. With the right people. There still needs to be, like, there's still protection here, right? You see that. There's still a fence. There's still, structures here. Okay. I thought I was done. No, that's not it. I'm being encouraged to pull one more. So we're gonna go into this crystals deck, which is very hard to open. Give me 1 second. One more message, please, to wrap this up. One more piece of advice, insight that will be of assistance as the feminine moves through her day to day. So grateful for these beautiful messages that you're giving us, words of encouragement, to let us know that we are on the right track. We are on the right path. We're doing what we need to do. We are tuned into ourselves, right? Aware, alert, our discernment. We're developing that muscle. We're better able to hear you versus hearing ourselves and what it is that we want. We're less confused, right? How thankful are we for that? One card, please. Is there a message? One more. See if I do this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. And because the number 9 came out, I'm going to take 9 from the top, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is this? This here is a Libyan gold tektite. Okay, what does it say? The navel-gazing and brooding binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the streets with the same extra swagger. This is where to put it. At your will center, which is just above the navel. Just above the navel. I think we spoke about it here when we looked at the gift, about this being partially the solar plexus. It says, set it at your will center, which is just above the navel. And just above the navel is your intention, your intelligence, your ability to manifest, your ambition, right? And set some goals. Seriously make a list. Then call on the fiery, beyond ancient energy of this stone to help you break through the burning desire to binge watch the day away. So what it's saying here, the main takeaway from me on this for you is that set your intentions. Decide what it is that you're going after next. Because don't forget, there's a gift here. There's something next that is coming. Write down what it is that you want to achieve. Write down what the goals are. Write your goals down. And this will help you break through to the next level, because you're now going to start taking action steps. Talks about this being for anyone who's ready to hit the streets with some swagger, which for me is this person, right? Because you've gained your strength, you've got a confidence there. I'm going to wrap the reading here. Thank you so much for your time today. I will be back, but remember, ladies, remember feminine energies. You're awakening and strengthening, and celebrate. Push through, because more gifts are to be unveiled. And in the process, take time to be grateful for what it is that you have and what it is that is coming towards you. Bye.